hours. That's more than 9 40-hour work weeks dedicated to your personal growth. Imagine where your life would be if you gifted yourself 9 extra weeks every year. Weeks that most people waste scrolling, complaining, or waiting for motivation. Jack Ma built Alibaba not because he had resources, connections, or privilege. He had none of those. He built it because every day he carved out time to learn, to observe the world, to think bigger than his circumstances. He believed that if you improve yourself even a little each day, you become unstoppable over time. That is the essence of real transformation: small, steady steps that compound into something extraordinary. 1 hour a day can make you fluent in a new language within a year. 1 hour a day can turn you into a skilled programmer, designer, trader, musician, or writer. 1 hour a day can improve your physical health more than any expensive program. 1 hour a day can turn your mind from confused and tired into sharp, focused, and resilient. And most importantly, 1 hour a day can give you confidence, because confidence comes from progress, not from dreams. But here's the truth that Jack Ma emphasized repeatedly: consistency is hard because there is no applause. No one celebrates your first hour or your 10th, or even your 100th. Growth is quiet. Discipline is lonely. But results are loud. When you commit to 1 hour a day, you're not changing your schedule. You're changing your identity. You begin to see yourself as someone who invests in their own future. Someone who refuses to waste their potential. Someone who chooses progress over excuses. Greatness is not built in giant leaps. It's built in daily inches. 1 hour a day is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's the simplest, most powerful habit that can change your life forever. If you give yourself just 1 hour a day, consistently, relentlessly, without negotiation, your future will look nothing like your present. In a world full of noise, distraction has become the biggest thief of human potential. We live in an age where people are busy every minute, yet very few are truly progressing. Jack Ma often said that the greatest talent you can develop is not intelligence, not creativity, and not even hard work. It is focus. The ability to choose one direction and stay with it longer than anyone else. 1 hour a day becomes life, changing only when you direct it toward mastering one meaningful skill instead of scattering your attention across 10 different ones. Most people start too many things and finish none. They jump from idea to idea, from motivation to motivation, from plan to plan. They want results fast. So when progress seems slow, they quit and begin something new. Jack Ma understood that this is how people waste years without ever building expertise. Success is not built on scattered effort. It is built on accumulated mastery. If you dedicate 1 hour a day to a single skill, something incredible happens. The first few days you feel excited. The next few weeks you might feel uncertain. But after a few months you begin to see improvement. And after a year, you realize you are no longer an amateur. You are becoming someone with real capability, someone whose skill has value, someone who can create, solve problems, and contribute in ways you never imagined before. Mastery creates opportunity. Jack Ma built Alibaba not because he tried everything, but because he focused on understanding the internet, e-commerce, and global trade deeply. Long before anyone else around him believed in it, his focus gave him vision. And vision is what creates leaders. When you commit to mastering one skill for an hour each day, you create momentum. You allow your mind to build pathways, your habits to strengthen, and your confidence to grow. You stop being average and start becoming exceptional. Because the truth is, most people never stick with anything long enough to become good at it. Their potential is real, but their consistency is weak. Their dreams are big, but their focus is small. Master one skill, and doors start opening. You become someone others can rely on, someone who delivers value. Employers want you. Clients trust you. Opportunities come to you instead of you chasing them. And most importantly, you start to trust yourself. Mastery brings a deep internal power that no one can take away. But Jack Ma's biggest lesson is this: start where you are, not where you wish you were. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need approval. You don't need to be the smartest person in the room. You only need one thing: the discipline to practice a meaningful skill every day. Your life changes when you become excellent at something. Excellence attracts success. Excellence builds wealth. Excellence builds confidence. Excellence builds destiny. And excellence is built 1 hour a day, one focused skill at a time. If there is one lesson Jack Ma repeated more than any other, it is this: failure is not the opposite of success. It is the foundation of success. People admire the achievements, the success stories, the headlines, but they rarely see the mountains of rejection, embarrassment, and disappointment that built those victories. 1 hour a day will transform your life, not because everything will go right, but because you will have the courage to keep going when things go wrong. Jack Ma was rejected from dozens of jobs, including KFC. He failed tests in school. He was told Alibaba would never work. Investors refused him again and again. But his view of failure was different from most people. He did not treat failure as a dead end. He treated it as information, as experience, as training. Failure to him was simply the price of becoming someone stronger, wiser, and more capable. Most people fear failure so deeply that they never even start. They are paralyzed by, what if it doesn't work? But Jack Ma always asked a different question. What if it does? What if your small daily effort actually builds a new future? What if your mistakes are simply steps you must walk through to reach mastery? What if failure is the best thing that can happen to you because it prepares you for the success you are asking for? You change your life when you change your relationship with failure. If you see failure as a teacher instead of an enemy, you unlock a level of power that most people never discover. You become someone who can't be stopped, because even setbacks move you forward. When you commit 1 hour a day to growth, you will fail. You will make mistakes. You will feel stuck. You will question yourself. But that is exactly the point. Those struggles are building your resilience. They are shaping your character. They are forcing you to think differently, act differently, and rise above the person you used to be. Jack Ma said that every setback contains a gift: wisdom, clarity, humility, patience, vision, strength. But you can only receive that gift if you keep moving. Stopping is the real failure. Quitting is the only mistake that truly damages your future. Everything else is progress in disguise. Think about it: 1 hour a day gives you space to fail safely. It gives you room to experiment, to try new approaches, to correct your course without destroying your confidence. You don't need perfection, you just need persistence. If you keep learning through your failures, success becomes unavoidable. Your mistakes are not signs that you're weak, they're signs that you are growing. They prove that you're trying. They show that you are willing to leave your comfort zone. And every time you stand up after falling, you become a little stronger than before. Success doesn't belong to the smartest person. It doesn't belong to the luckiest person. It belongs to the one who refuses to give up, the one who learns, the one who grows, the one who turns every failure into fuel. That can be you if you are willing to give yourself 1 hour a day to rise again and again and again. Motivation is a powerful feeling. It can push us to take the first step, to act in the moment, to seize the day. But motivation is fleeting. It doesn't last. And this is where most people fail. They wait for the right moment, for the spark of motivation to ignite their passion. But Jack Ma understood that success is not about waiting for motivation. It's about creating habits that keep you moving even when the motivation fades. 1 hour a day isn't about working hard only when you feel like it. It's about making commitment your most powerful ally. Motivation can be unreliable. It comes and goes. But habits stay. They are the invisible forces that drive us, even when we don't feel like doing anything. The person who wins in the long term is the one who has learned to make their goals a habit, not a momentary spark. Jack Ma built Alibaba not on bursts of energy, but on the quiet, daily commitment to making progress. He knew that success is not born from one great leap. It's built from the small, everyday actions we take, regardless of how we feel in the moment. And that is exactly why consistency is so much more important than motivation. Motivation is a gift, but discipline is a muscle that gets stronger every time you use it. Creating a habit means that even on your worst days, when you feel tired, uninspired, or overwhelmed, you still show up. You still put in that hour. You still make progress. Over time, this consistency compounds into momentum. Momentum leads to growth. Growth leads to transformation. And transformation is the result of thousands of small actions, repeated day after day. In the beginning, it may feel like you're not making progress. 1 hour doesn't seem like enough to achieve anything monumental. But here's where most people miss the point. Small actions done consistently will always outpace big actions done infrequently. 1 hour a day doesn't seem like much in isolation, but over time, it builds a snowball effect. The more you practice, the more you learn, the more you improve. And before you know it, your small daily effort becomes an unstoppable force. When Jack Ma first started Alibaba, he had no guarantees, no blueprint for success, and no promise that it would work. But what he did have was the ability to show up every day, to invest his time, to keep learning, and to keep refining his skills. He didn't wait for the world to make him successful. He built the habits that made success inevitable. So, don't wait for motivation to strike. Instead, build the habits that keep you moving forward regardless of how you feel. It's the small, consistent actions that lead to extraordinary results. You don't have to do everything at once. You just have to do something consistently every day. 1 hour, 1 step, every single day. No matter how talented, driven, or focused you are, success is never a solo journey. Jack Ma often speaks about the importance of surrounding yourself with the right people. People who inspire you, challenge you, support you, and help you grow. Your network is your net worth. You will rise as high as the people you surround yourself with. But here's the catch. You can't just surround yourself with anyone. You need to surround yourself with people who push you to become better, not just people who agree with you. One of the greatest lessons Jack Ma learned on his path to success was that your environment has the power to shape you. If you spend your time with people who don't believe in your vision, who criticize you when things get tough, who encourage you to play it safe, you will begin to think and act like them. Your dreams will become smaller, your confidence will shrink, and your potential will stagnate. But when you surround yourself with people who share your values, your passion for growth, and your belief in the long-term vision, something magical happens. You become empowered. Their energy fuels you. Their feedback challenges you. Their successes inspire you. The people you choose to bring into your life will either elevate you or drag you down. So choose wisely. Jack Ma has always spoken highly of the early team he built at Alibaba. They were not the most talented people on paper. They didn't have fancy degrees, and many of them had failed in their previous ventures. But they had one thing that made all the difference: a shared belief in the mission. They all believed that the internet could change the world. They all shared the same drive to make a difference, to push the boundaries of what was possible. They believed in each other's potential. That belief became the foundation of Alibaba's success. Your relationships can either be a source of strength or a source of weakness. Look at your current circle. Are they helping you grow, or are they keeping you comfortable? Do they challenge you to think bigger, to aim higher, to work harder? Or are they encouraging you to settle for mediocrity, to accept the status quo? The power of your network lies not just in what people give you, but in what they help you become. Jack Ma has said that it's not just about the work you do. It's about the people you collaborate with. The more you learn from others, the more you grow. When you surround yourself with people who are smarter, more driven, and more innovative than you, you elevate your own standards. You push yourself beyond your comfort zone. But here's something critical. You also need to be the type of person who adds value to others. It's a two-way street. Jack Ma wasn't just looking for people to help him. He was looking for people he could help, mentor, and inspire. Success isn't just about taking, it's about giving. Every relationship should be about mutual growth, mutual support, and a shared vision for the future. So, take a hard look at your circle. Are the people around you lifting you up? Are they helping you become the best version of yourself? If not, it might be time to make changes. Surround yourself with those who believe in you, challenge you, and help you see a bigger vision. They will be the ones who push you to put in that extra hour a day. They will remind you that failure is just a stepping stone. And they will celebrate with you when you finally reach your goals. At the end of all the lessons, all the stories, and all the inspiration, everything comes down to one simple truth: your future is built by the decisions you make today, not tomorrow, not next month, not when life gets easier. Your life changes the moment you decide that you are no longer willing to stay where you are. Jack Ma always believed that the biggest difference between people who succeed and people who stay stuck is not talent, not resources, not luck. It is the decision to start. Every extraordinary transformation began with one ordinary moment of courage. One moment where someone said, "I will not waste my potential. I will not wait for permission. I will not let fear decide my life." What you do for 1 hour a day may seem small, but that hour is the seed of a future you can't yet see. 1 hour a day is the hour that separates dreams from reality. It is the hour where you rise while others settle. It is the hour where you invest in yourself when the world is silent, when no one is cheering, when no one knows the effort you're putting in. But one day, everyone will see the results. Your future self is watching you right now. Your future family is depending on you. Your future opportunities are waiting for you to begin. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to know everything. You don't need to see the whole path. You only need to take the next step, just one. Then another, and another. That is how mountains are moved. One small, consistent action at a time. Jack Ma often said that today is hard, tomorrow will be harder, but the day after tomorrow will be beautiful. Most people give up tomorrow. They never stay long enough to see the beauty that is waiting for them. But if you show up every day for 1 hour, with discipline, with focus, with courage, you will reach the day after tomorrow. You will reach the life that once felt impossible. The world doesn't need another person who gives up on themselves. It needs someone who believes again. Someone who tries again. Someone who dares again. Someone like you.